Hey guys, gonna do a pretty cool unboxing today. Kind of last minute got this guy. I really wasn't planning on getting it, but things kind of worked out the way they did, and kind of wanted to show it off. I've done a couple of videos for Humminbird before with the Helix 7 and the Helix 9. Well, we now have a Helix 10 in here, and we're gonna go ahead and do a quick unboxing of it. This is the KVD version here, so it does come with like some extra, let's see if we can get that on camera there, some extra lures and stuff in there with it, and of course it has the fancy red KVD button on there. Really wasn't actually looking to get the KVD version. It was just the only one that I could find that was in stock in the tin with side imaging and GPS on it. So yeah, either way I'm excited to have it, red button or not, but yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. All right, we'll get in here. So one of the first things with these units are they are huge compared to the older models. I don't really have much experience with the older models because I did switch from Lowrance to Humminbird this go around with this generation of units. But I will tell you, from the elite units of Lowrance and then the older numbered units of Humminbird, these are a lot bigger in comparison. That being the Onyx unit, the Humminbird Onyx units, they're pretty big too. I have a buddy who runs those units on the front end console of his boat, and they're huge. Okay, so let me get this turned over here. So the first thing we pull out here is the top portion of the box, which means the unit is still in there. So good, we want to save that for last anyways. So the first and coolest part of this is the transducer we have here. The Helix 7 and 9 both come with the non-HD transducer in there. I don't know why they do that, because they both take advantage of the better picture of the HD, but the 10s and 12 units do come with the HD transducer, which is a lot longer, a little bit wider than the regular Helix series transducers. My understanding is I believe most of the older generation came with these. I don't know why the 7s don't, and I really don't know why the 9 does it. The 9 really, I mean, with that size screen on it, that could really take advantage of the better picture that this provides. Anyways, here nor there, I did wind up purchasing a HD transducer for my 9, so, and it does make a world of difference. But anyways, first thing we have is transducer, the HD version. Next up, we do have the mount. This does feel like it is a metal mount. Yes, it is. This is metal. The Helix 7 does come with a plastic mount. I believe the 9 came with a metal mount also. I can't remember. You have to go back and check that video. But this one does have the metal mount with it. This particular version, I thought I got the mount for the transducer mount for the trolling motor. Looks like we came with the actual just regular mounting kit for the back side of the boat on the transom. So that's kind of a bummer, but that's fine. I do have something up there already for it, so it's not a big deal. Of course, we have our power cable there. I already have a power cable up front. I am getting rid of my older unit, so I'm going to be shipping this new one off with that older unit so the guy doesn't get a cut up and rewired older cable. Here we have, we'll get into this, and this was included with the 9 as well, not with the Helix 7. What this does is tie all your cables together into one little plug-in for the back of your unit. It's pretty handy. I didn't, on the 9 at first, I didn't use it. You can see there's slots for each of the plug-ins. On the 9, I didn't use it at first, and I found out that the plugs actually did fall off, so I had to break down and put it on there, and it's just so much better with this now. I don't know why I held off on doing it, but so this one does include that same thing, and of course we have our little screw-ins for the actual mount that keeps the unit on there. That's that. Next up we have the little special Kevin Van Dam package. It does include some lures in there. You do pay the same amount for this unit as you pay for the regular one. So I mean, if you don't mind the KVD red button on there, I mean, you are getting 3 free lures in here. They're not the, oh, this is a 6XD. Okay, well that's exciting. So if we have a sexy shed 6XD there, so that, I mean, that's a $7 lure in itself. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm complaining a little less now. Always can use the 6XD. We do have the KVD spinnerbait. These are also, I believe, $5 or $6, maybe even up into the $7 range. So again, that's cool. And then here we have the Strike King tour grade football jig. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Not hating that. A couple extra free lures in there for the same cost, and you get a little red button on it. Why not? So that's pretty neat. Really excited about the 6XD. So next up, when you do buy one of the higher end Humminbird units, you do get this special Fancy Pants You've Been Selected book that shows that you're part of their highest level of fishermen. Basically just means you paid a crap ton of money for something. It opens up here and kind of gives you some information into it. I think you can just go and register your unit or something like that. I didn't bother with the last one, but it does come with some cool Humminbird stickers as well. I haven't used the older ones. I might stick one on my toolbox. I do put a lot of stickers on there. Not really getting any kickback from Humminbird, so I'm not going to stick one on my truck or anything, but still pretty neat. Makes you feel kind of special. And then lastly, we do have our software. Basically what Humminbird does on their higher end, and I think they did it on 7 too, is they put all their software manuals on a disc instead of printing them out on paper. I would assume that that's cheaper to do. Honestly, I would just stick it on the website and let people download it from there, because then that saves you the disc and the paper. But yeah, so anyways, that's what comes in the first little accessory slot. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the actual unit. Okay, we're going to get into the unit now, and it's huge. I kind of figured it would be very, very big. There's that guy. Okay, pull out the plastic here. It does come with a Humminbird cover on it. It has your special little KVD labeling on there. I don't know if you can make that out. It has a special red stripe, so you know that you're representing Kevin Van Dam. So we'll pull that off. And then there we go. And there's our unit and all its fanciness. It's pretty big. Don't really have anything to show in comparison. Here's my forearm, so if that tells you anything, it's the size of my forearm. Of course, 10-inch screen on there, HD as far as that goes, in terms of the resolution of the screen. So on the side here, we do have our, of course, and I know this is going to be difficult to see, we have our view button here, we have our zoom and then zoom out. Here's your red Fancy Pants KVD button. Under there you have your marker to mark your, sorry, I'm having to look at it because I don't remember. The mark button to mark a waypoint, go to the waypoint. You do have your menu button here, sorry, your menu button to get into your menus, and then your exit to get out. Your exit and your view button up here will change your views. The view button will go forward. If you went too far on one, you can hit exit on there and it'll take you back to the last view that you had. You do have 3 little save points down here, and then you have your power button. Have your special KVD marking here. If you lift this up, it has room for 2 cards, an SD card, a micro SD card, or and your map chip too. So you can have an extra storage card in there to save all your waypoints and all that, and then also have room to stick a mapping card in there as well, which is pretty cool. Getting to the back, you have your fancy Humminbird branding, just like the other units here. Of course, you have your Humminbird actual markings there, and then you have, of course, your power, transducer, Ethernet, and all that. One thing I am excited about now is that I can use an Ethernet cable from my 9 to my 10. Unfortunately, the Helix 7 series, which I don't know why, doesn't support that. It's cool that the Helix 7 series, you can get into side imaging, down imaging, and all that in one unit for such a cheap price. But I really wish they would have put the networking feature in there. It's one of the bigger reasons why I decided to go ahead and just take the plunge and get the bigger unit so that I can share points back and forth from the console of my boat to the front. But yeah, that's basically what's in the box. I'm pretty excited to have this guy. Might go and do an overview of the options on there. I know I did one before, but I wasn't really familiar with the units themselves at that time. Now I've gotten a lot more time with them, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.